It's the quarterfinals in Madrid, and we've still got the big hitters left in. Iga Swiatek, she's looking on course for a third final in a row, and so is Aryna Sabalenka. But will there be other competitors getting in their way? We've got Coco Gauff, Mila Andreeva, and some surprise packages too. That's right, and before we go anywhere, make sure you've hit a like and subscribed. Let's go through some of the action and how they've made it through to the quarterfinals. We have Aryna Sabalenka. She knocked out Peyton Stearns in impressive fashion, 6-2, 6-4, even though she had to face, I believe it was 10 break points on her serve. She still made it look fairly easy, I think. This power was just too much for Stearns. Stearns, she put up a good test, I think, for a lot of the competition, but when it got to the real business end, she could not compete with Sabalenka. Iga Swiatek, she didn't have it her own way at all. The first set, I was a bit shocked that it was a bagel. Obviously, Diana Schneider just coming off 2 bagels against Sevastova. Well, she got a taste of her own medicine and she lost the first set 6-love. But then she made the adjustments. She came back and she battled against Iga. And the last 2 sets were so competitive, really entertaining match. And Iga lost the second set on a tiebreak. And then the third set, it was both players just going at it. But Iga proving why she is the defending champion. She's showing something different at the moment on a tennis court in those third sets. The thing that champions do is they win when they're up against somebody else who's really bringing it to them. And she had another level to go up, and she really raised the game and knocked out Diana Schneider, who was a fantastic competitor in Madrid this year. I'm sure she'll be looking towards this event in the future of her career to maybe even one day go on and win it. I think she has the ability. And then we had Madison Keys, the Australian Open champion. She is looking, well, like that same Madison Keys that won the Australian Open. She beat Donna Vekic convincingly. For me, Vekic going for the drop shot, a little bit too much for my liking. But Madison Keys' forehand, oh my word, that thing, it's like a lightning bolt. It was just firing down the court, and Vekic couldn't get anywhere near it. When Madison Keys plays like that, it's really difficult for anybody to beat her. We're going to go through all of the predictions for the quarterfinals, so stay tuned. We're just going to have a look at some more of the results from the round before, though, and how they got there. Svitolina, another good performance again, and she goes through in straight sets against Sakkari. It looked like whatever Sakkari was throwing at her, she had the answer and a bit more on top of it. And when Sakkari looked like she was coming into the match, Svitolina just extinguished it. And I'm really loving this version of Svitolina right now. She looks energized. She looks ready to potentially win another tournament. We've seen who she's already knocked out in this tournament. She's knocked out some really, really top players. So obviously the most notable one is Rybakina. Now she's knocked out Maria Sakkari, who looks nearly back to her best after beating Paolini and knocking out Kartal in that first round. She's a player who's had a good season as well. And Svitolina now, well, when was the last time she even dropped a set? You have to go all the way back to the Miami Open where she lost to Iga. And since then, she has won, I think it's 10? I think it's 11 or 12 matches. I think it's 11 matches without dropping a set. That is some serious form. Svitolina, definitely watch out. But we're talking about Svitolina. Watch out for Uchijima as well. Where has she just suddenly come from? She's just come onto the scene in this tournament and looks unstoppable. She's done it again. Looks like she's getting better as the tournament goes on. She went 3 sets against Montgomery, 3 sets against Jabeur, Then she beat Pegula in straight sets, and now she's done Alexandrova in straight sets. Really confident tennis, aggressive tennis, and Alexandrova, a brilliant player on her day, and somebody you shouldn't be sniffed at. She's somebody who has come through this tournament, and fair enough, she hasn't had the hardest run, but we know that she can beat really big players on her day. She beat Mirra Andreeva recently, Samsonova, Pegula, beat Kasatkina in the round before. Yeah, just a one of those fairy tale stories at the moment. I know we had Ayala doing great things. Uchijima looks like she's sort of following in the footsteps at the moment, obviously higher ranked, and I believe she's at 56 in the world coming in. That's definitely going to be going up for her. And another brilliant win for Marta Kostyuk. So more straight sets wins. Marta Kostyuk having a brilliant tournament. I'm so pleased for her. Will this be the end of the line for her? We'll get into the predictions in a moment. But she's going to have to face Sabalenka. This match that she played against Potapova as well, maybe Potapova had a little bit of fatigue. She had a very long match in the round before against Sofia Kenin, and maybe that took the wind out of her sails, but taking nothing away from Kostyuk, who was even rolling around on the clay, slipping over, doing everything she could to win the match, and brilliant to see her playing at her best. I think we're in for some fantastic quarterfinals. So maybe we should go to that one first. Sabalenka versus Marta Kostyuk. This one is going to be a bit of a firefight. And is Kostyuk up to the challenge? I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. I think she might take a set, though. I think I'm going to go out on a limb and I'll say that she takes a set. Maybe she takes the first, but then Sabalenka, the power is just going to be too much. And you can only run down so many of them. She looked really, really good in her last match. And I think she will look good again. She'll be looking to try and reclaim her title that she won 2 years ago. We got Uchijima versus Svitolina. This one, tough to pick. If I had to go with my gut instinct, I would go Svitolina just based upon that crazy run of form that she's on. But we can't rule out Uchijima. I think that she's had a fantastic tournament. But I think this is the end of the line. I am going to go Svitolina, and I'm going to go 3 sets again. I know they've all been winning in straight sets, but I think this is time where the straight sets people meet each other and we start seeing some tougher battles. The match, we'd already spoken about their matches before in the last podcast. They went through convincingly in their matches. It is Mirra Andreeva versus Coco Gauff. What a matchup. This is the 3rd time they have met, and it's 2-0 to Coco Gauff in the head-to-head. Is this going to change here? I think it is going to change. I think Mirra Andreeva, 18th birthday has just passed, so happy birthday to her. I think that that's the present that she's going to give to herself. I think she will beat Coco Gauff. And I also think, it'll be in 3 sets. And on to the last but not least, it is Madison Keys versus Iga Swiatek. Last time they played, I believe, was at the Australian Open. And Madison Keys, if she can conjure that up again, then Iga's in real trouble. Iga hasn't had the nicest of draws, it has to be said, in this one. I think that she's gradually been working her way into the tournament, but we haven't seen vintage Iga yet, but we have seen the heart of a champion. Is that going to be enough, is the question. And is the real Madison Keys going to turn up? If the same Keys that turned up against Vekic turns up, Iga's going to have a real tough match on her hands. But we could get the Keys of old, and she may be a deer in the headlights. And then Iga Swiatek, she's going to grind her out. I'm going to go 3 sets in every single quarterfinal, and I'm going to have Iga Swiatek winning this one in 3 sets. But those are my predictions. Tell me yours in that comment section below. And if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll see you for more tennis action coming up tomorrow.